My husband spends a lot of time with a female claiming he's helping her, both over the phone and in person. He doesn't spend time with me. Why am I worried?
I'm going to try to break it up into segments. So let's probably start with why you were worried, and then we can build up from there. So you were worried because, well, some might say it's an insecurity, maybe due to a little bit of jealousy, because of course you've seen your husband spending time with another woman. That is something that people will say. People might say of it's a form of maybe an emotional immaturity. However, I beg to differ. See, the body and the head, which is a husband and a wife, are two things conjoined as one. And if you look at the human body, for instance, before you actually get sick, there's a way your body sends you signals, an alarm system, like you better watch out, like be careful, something is happening. What you're going through, which looks like anxiety or worrying for you, it's an alarm system. And as a woman who is a wife connected to a husband who is a head, you are feeling the sensations of an alarm. And that alarm is telling you something is about to go wrong. I call it the feminine intuition, where alarms just go off, which tells you something that occurs before it actually occurs. Now, there's a way I'll advise you to that, and then we're going to go deeper into explaining the whole scenario of what is really happening here. Um, if you realize that most of the times men easily get caught cheating or caught with phones containing specific, indecent materials, the woman just senses something is wrong. Now, we have used this sensory system the wrong way because it's an alarm. Alarm alerts you. So there's an alert. The alert is supposed to position you to do specific things, right? But what that means is the alarm means something is happening. It is not yet here, but it's impending. It's happening. So yours is to advice is to enter this revelation of prayer, where we begin to curse out any Jezebelic spirit that is looking to lurk into your relationship and begin to take ownership of things that don't belong to them. That is what that alarm is for. It is not an opportunity for you to begin to create any kind of consternation or escalations and things of that nature. However, let me dig deeper. Let me elucidate what is happening so you can understand with a broader scope and gamut into what I'm trying to speak here. Um, you need help too. You are married to that man. You got things that he should be taking care of for you, right? Now, the reason why it hurts you is because you are the wife to that man. And even though you have personal challenges that you would really seek his attention and leadership on, he's expending it outwardly instead of inwardly. That bothers you. And I understand, and it should bother you because, like you said, he doesn't do these things with you, yet he does them outwardly. He does it to the environment. Now, that is what we call hypocrisy. Why? Because every healthy tree is dependent on the depth of the roots into the soil. The two of you, the soil of the relationship is attention. And if that attention is not being focused on you and is being taken elsewhere, it's like a withdrawal from you into a deposit of another. Yes, I understand. You feel very depleted because it is meant for you. And I understand what you're going through. Now, my advice, young men and young women, or any person who wants to listen to me, know that the more you spend time outside of what is yours, is the more you invest into what is not yours. The reason being that whatever you spend time outwardly does not count for what is inward. If you spend time outwardly to other people, it does not count to your own family. It only gives you opportunity to use your ulterior motives. Now let's dig a little bit deeper. Let's dichotomize the whole situation here. When a man is helping another woman, it is easy for you to catch feelings, or it is easy for the woman to catch feelings for you because you can't control how people feel about you. Now, you may go in with the right intentions of just trying to help, but you may get the wrong message from the one receiving. Why? Because you might find yourself in an area of competition. Let me explain myself. Now, let's say you begin to speak to this young man, that young woman, helping her out. And it looks as though that whatever you tell her, She receives it so candidly. She receives it so she receives it so easily because you're helping her out. Now you can misinterpret that as, oh my God, she's very submissive. She's not submissive. She looks submissive, but she's not submissive. Why? Because what you fail to see here is she's receiving help. She's in a dire situation. So whenever somebody needs to receive something, they keep quiet to take from you. So you're giving and she's taking, but you can easily compare to your wife and go like, oh, my wife will not take things like that easily from me. If I told her something, she will give me her mind, she will give me her perspective, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. What you don't understand is you and your wife have a history. You have problems unfixed, unmanaged, swept under the rug. Those are issues impending your relationships that need to be dealt with. If you don't deal with it and you begin to pay attention to what is outward and begin to think somebody else is giving you, a sense of falsehood, which is in a sense of submission, you can easily fall for that ignorance, thinking that is a kind of feelings or love. Why do I say this? Because she's not married to you. Because you do not know the things you can do to spite you. You do not understand so many things about her. You're only helping her. Whenever you see her, she's well dressed and prepared. Whatever you see is just a facade, but you can easily compare her to your wife. My advice: pay attention, because attention, it's an investment, because time is not free. That's why we trade time for everything, including money. What you put your time in is your investment, because time is your trading essentiality of life. Trade in your wife. Trade in the wife of your youth. Spend time with her. Teach her. Help her. Grow her. Because every benefit or every fruit born in that rootedness is for your consumption. And then when the two of you have grown in the relationship and there is a chance for you to help others, do it as a unit. There's no my friends and your friends and we don't meet. All these things break into the parameters of marriage. Yes, I get it. It works for people. But if you ask me for wisdom, anything that breaks the unison of the head and the body, to me, it's not that needful. Why? Because even having your wife by your side, you may be able to explain certain things to this woman from a feminine perspective, what you may not be able to understand. And having your wife by your side also helps you and deters you from any unnecessary buildup in the area of emotionality for this female. Because the more you spend time with a person, it is just natural that you're going to begin to have sensations for them. Specifically, if there's a chemistry in the conversation, if one knows how to listen, and all these things can form up fables in our minds, making us think that what we have is not enough, but we forget that it's not enough because we don't invest and begin to put more effort in what is not ours, thinking it could be ours, and then mess up the reality of what is ours. Spend time with your wife because she needs you. She needs your attention. Every woman needs cherishing. Every woman needs attention. Every woman needs your heart and they want to see you help them. And when you go to your wife and begin to plant in your wife, begin to invest in your wife, begin to water your wife, begin to manure your wife, fertilize your wife, begin to do everything that blossoms your wife, she always bears the fruit for you. So, man of God, you can't do something outwardly which has not been done inwardly. That makes you a hypocrite. But everything that is done inwardly showcases to the world what is truth and how fruits are born. So everybody else can also want the same thing for themselves. So please spend time with your wife. And my sister, know how to battle with your alarms. You are not that off, but know how to use your alarms well. These senses you are receiving, God is calling you to prayer because this opportunity is for you to enter the revelation of your virtue of oneness. You are able to speak as one with the head against any principality that is lurking to create separation or lurking to create lack of progression. So it's your time to begin to pray. And I know that the man of God, he'll begin to see the light. I hope this opens somebody's eyes. Thank you so much.